The Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
The 4-7 Chicago Bears host the 9-2 first place Arizona Cardinals this Sunday, noon Central. The last time these two teams matched up was in 2018, the year Matt Nagy won Coach of the Year. Clearly, a lot has changed since then. The Bears had a star-studded defense. DeAndre Hopkins was still on the Texans, and Kyler Murray was certainly not the Kyler Murray that we know today. This is going to be a much tougher matchup this time around for the Bears, despite being at home in Soldier Field. Now, the Cardinals have been without Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins, two of their best offensive weapons, for a few weeks now. They are coming off a bye week. They're going to be well rested, as well as those players will be returning. And that probably has a lot to do with the fact that the Cardinals are favored, according to Caesar Sportsbook, by 7.5 points. Now, defensively, there's a few players the Bears need to focus on to shut down from the get-go. They can't let James Conner get going. He has been an absolute stud so far this year and actually has the most touchdowns of any running back in the NFL, which is not something anyone would have predicted at the start of the season, I'm sure. We all know how good DeAndre Hopkins is, so I'm not even going to go into detail on that one, but I am also worried about outside linebacker Chandler Jones. Dude had 5 sacks in the first week against the Titans. He's a force to be reckoned with from a weak offensive line. I am worried about Justin Fields getting beat up. He is the most sacked quarterback in the NFL. It's not even close, and Chandler Jones certainly has the ability to wreak havoc on this Bears offense. They need to find a way to block him, double team him, focus on him when snapping the ball. He needs to be accounted for in pass protection. I'm sure Justin Fields has been looking for that all week in practice while watching film. We need to keep our eye on him. Also, Budda Baker, you never know what this guy's going to do. He'll line up deep. He'll line up on the line of scrimmage. He'll drop into coverage. He'll rush the quarterback. He's a flyer. He's all around the field. He is everywhere, and he definitely can cause issues even when DK Metcalf is sprinting him down. The Bears don't have a DK to chase down Budda Baker, though. You see, the Bears are 29th in points per game, and the Cardinals are 5th. This is what has me so scared. This game can get out of hand very quickly. Our offense can't score. Our defense is subpar this year, I would say. Not the defense that we're used to having in Chicago. Our guys are definitely aging, and Arizona knows how to put up points, man. They average over 28 points a game, which is just insane to deal with. So if we can't score points, if our offense continues to struggle, it's going to be a massacre, and it's going to happen quickly. On the offensive side of the ball, we need to control the ball. We need to control time of possession. To me, this is a similar matchup to trying to beat the Chiefs a year or two ago. You want to keep the ball out of their offense's hands, and the best way to do that is to control time of possession, run the ball extremely well, get David Montgomery involved, because if we have many 3-and-outs, especially in the first quarter of this game, it's going to get out of hand very quickly. A few key injuries to note. Of course, we have Justin Fields coming back from his rib injury. The dude is tough as nails. We saw that in the college football playoff against Clemson when he practically fractured or broke his ribs and threw 6 touchdown passes anyways. He's tough. He's gonna play. If that Detroit game was on Sunday, there was a 50-50 chance reportedly he would have played. Now, the Bears only beat Detroit by 2 points on a game-winning field goal, the worst team in the NFL, a completely defeated team if you don't count their tie. And they were only able to beat them by 2 points on a game-winning field goal. That kind of effort will not beat the Arizona Cardinals.
But they are who we thought they were.
There's no question about that. I'm also extremely worried about Roquan Smith and Akeem Hicks. Again, if they're able to run the ball and control possession, they're going to score quickly. Akeem Hicks is huge in the run game, probably our biggest force in the run game. I say that knowing we have Bilal Nichols and Eddie Goldman, but I still think Akeem Hicks is what makes offensive linemen actually concerned. Obviously, Khalil Mack is out for the rest of the season. Our pass rush is our pass rush. You're not going to be able to contain Kyler Murray. It's really hard to keep him in the pocket, and even when you do, he's progressed so well in his early years as a quarterback. He can throw the ball anyways, especially with a receiver like DeAndre Hopkins. Now, Jalen Johnson doesn't usually shadow. He's not that type of cornerback, so he won't likely move with D-Hop, but I am excited to see that matchup. Jalen has had a fantastic season. He's a top 10 PFF rated cornerback, so that's a matchup I'll definitely be looking out for, but I'm very concerned about Roquan Smith. He's not practiced all week. Of course, he suffered that hamstring injury while tackling DeAndre Swift last week. As one of my favorite players on the Bears and a force to be reckoned with on the defensive side of the ball, I hope he comes back, but it's not looking likely that he's going to play, which leaves us with massive gaps. We'll have Alec Ogletree to try to fill in, but it's really, really difficult to cover for someone like Roquan Smith, who can really cover all sides of the field. Great against running backs in the passing game and is phenomenal at filling gaps and shutting down the run game. Our defense is going to struggle, meaning we have to put up offensive points. Allen Robinson has been sidelined basically all week, so we'll look to Darnell Mooney as a likely wide receiver one again. He's been a stud. 2 consecutive consecutive 100-yard receiving games. Mooney's a stud. I love him. I don't know if I love him as a wide receiver one, but Allen Robinson as a physical player would have really helped us in this situation against the Cardinals, especially in the run blocking game when he decides to actually run block. He is a good run blocker. Granted, that's like a 50-50 shot on any given play. You never really know. But hey, only time will tell. My 3 keys to victory are to run the damn ball, to own time of possession, and to try your best to keep Kyler Murray contained in the pocket. Of course, he's still a great pocket quarterback, but he's definitely better when he's able to use his legs. So if we can keep him contained, make him a little bit uncomfortable, the Bears might have a chance of seeing some success. I'm projecting the Cardinals to cover over a touchdown in this game. However, I won't be betting on that. Anytime touchdown score, I do like Darnell Mooney or David Montgomery, but James Conner is a almost sure thing at this point, especially with Akeem Hicks and Roquan Smith out. That's my analysis for our upcoming game against the Cardinals this Sunday. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And I also did an analysis of whether Matt Nagy should be fired. Spoiler alert, I think he should. Check out that video here. And thank you boys so much for watching.